and welcome back to another episode of We Making It Woo! I'm so excited, guys. Okay, so as I have said before, if you want to be a part of the conversation, please email me at katiesmiles.nyc@gmail.com. That's Katie because it's my name. That's Smiles because my smile is what? It's cute. Yes, it is. And it's .nyc because that's where we at. So what happened last night? Okay, so we are, by the time you hear this didn't happen last night, but you get the point. It happened last night. The trains were really, really messed up. The Q train, I don't even know what's wrong. You know what? I don't even know. I don't know. All I know is it's not running all weekend, but I was fortunate. I was fortunate. Love was on my side last night. I did not have to take the bus. I got to take the train. Emily, I know you're listening. I know you weren't as lucky. Y'all, it took her like 2 hours to get home from Long Island City. Shout out to you, boo, because I know last night was tough. But since Emily wasn't home, I figured I could just watch some TV until she got home. I started watching The Chi, which is executively produced by this guy whose name I'm going to forget, but it's written by Lena Waithe, and obviously we all love Lena Waithe. But it's really, really good. Also, if you have some time and you want to do the Showtime free trial, so don't pay for it, just do it for the 7 days and then cancel it before the fee goes through. I'm about that life. The last Whitney Houston documentary, I also watched that a couple of nights ago. Y'all, it's really, really good. Like, I saw the one on Lifetime that was produced, I think, executively by Angela Bassett, and I know a lot of people weren't happy with it for whatever reason. But this one is a documentary, and so the footage some of it is never before seen. This one also talks about her relationship with Robin, her manager, and it maybe tackles the issue of Whitney potentially being bisexual. And I don't know if that's of interest to most people, but it's a really interesting look at Whitney Houston potentially dying from a broken heart rather than drugs. And I think I'm going to talk about it in another episode, but I just think it's really, really good. But it's only available on Showtime. So if you have Hulu, you can actually get it and just add Showtime to your Hulu subscription. But if you want to just be cute, get the Showtime subscription, do the free trial, and then get the Whitney Houston and the episodes of The Chi, which I think the new episodes come out in April. It's really, 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 really good. So that's what happened last night. What am I reading? Guys, I'm still reading the same 3 books. It's hard out here for a pimp, let me tell you. I be really out here trying. But for those new listeners, I'm still working through In Living Color. Homie Don't Play That, which is the story of In Living Color by David Peisner. I'm also reading In the Company of Women, which was composed or put together. She's not the author, but her name is Grace Bonney. And I'm also getting through You're a Badass with the author, whose name I'm escaping. But y'all, this book is I'm just late to the game. So, yes, and yes. And without further ado, I have some really, 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 really well-dressed and special guests. Special guests, can you introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Mitsuko.
Hello, and I'm Anya.
Woo! If you don't know who Mitsuko and Anya are, they are the leaders of the Yayas. And, the Yayas are the Michiyaya followers. I know you're out there and you better be listening, and I just adore you. Please keep coming to Gibney and show us all what we're supposed to look like on Saturday and Friday nights. You're the bomb, but these are your leaders here. In some ways, they're my leaders too. It's really, really epic.
Thanks.
These two are awesome, and I'm so happy to have them on this Power Couple series. So, guys, first question's always the same. What are you making?
We're making dance. We are actually in the middle process of our work, that will be premiered in April at the 14th Street Y. So that's mainly what we're making right now. And it's pretty much just something that we felt like society needed at this time. It's a piece about gender identity and kind of, at first it started off as trying to build a utopia, but then as the year progressed, we realized that that's not exactly what should be spoken about right now. So we're just trying to finish that by April.
Yeah, it's our big solo show of the year. So it's a big deal for us because it's also the first time we've been presented by a theater.
Wow.
So that feels nice.
Yeah.
And sort of what Anya said, we're just putting all our little brain powers, artness into this.
Okay. So let's go back a bit. Before we had the Yayas and the Michi of the Yaya. How did you guys meet? I think I know, but everybody else listening doesn't know.
So we met through dance. We met through Ron Brown's intensive, which is very
I
close
thought
to
it was
here.
Emiya. I messed up. Yes. Shout out to Ron Brown and
Yes.
Evidence Dance Company.
Who had I interned with them when they had a residency here at Brick. So
Shout out to
pretty
Brick
cool.
too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we met there in 2 different summer intensives.
What?
So we re-met at the next one, and it was just like, oh hey Anya, but nothing thinking of it, and then we re-met a 3rd time at Earl Mosley's Institute of the Arts summer intensive.
Oh.
And by that time we were like, wait, okay, I've seen you a bunch of times now. And then Earl Mosley asked us to be in this show in honor of Dudley Williams.
Yes.
And by that show, it's like, wait, we should hang out. We should.
Yeah. We kind of was just like, well, Mitzi was like, oh, I graduated from Carnegie Mellon with a visual arts degree, and I graduated from Long Island University with a dance degree, and am very passionate about choreography. So we pretty much just wanted to put ideas together and kind of, I don't know, we didn't really think of bringing other people into it. We kind of just wanted to riff off of each other. And then after we realized, we have really cool ideas, then that's when we built more of it.
More of the Michi and the Yaya.
Yeah.
But was there something about each other that made you think our ideas will work well together? Because you guys have basically just seen each other dance, and I mean, I obviously see the correlation between choreography and visual art, but it's not it could easily not be anticipated. So I guess what I'm saying is, what was that thing that was like, oh, I'd love to work with you? Was there something about it you personally, or was it just maybe a conversation that you had?
I think it was more personal. I think it was just that we were both individually hungry to make work.
Yeah.
And we just happened to meet, and it happened to be let's put our ideas together.
Yeah.
Because I just really wanted to continue my practice sort of as a visual artist, performance artist. But I sort of didn't know where to start. And Anya,
I had already kind of established that I wanted to choreograph and make work. So we kind of just put our ideas together.
But the also connector was sort of the beginning of all of this. Was I asked her to go have a park lunch.
At night.
Oh, park lunch. At nighttime. I like breakfast for dinner, so I'm here for it.
The whole time in my head, I was like, this is a date. This is a date. This is a date.
Okay, so wait a minute.
Rewind.
Yes, and then press play. So, okay. So we got this one thing of let's put ideas together. Were you hoping to put ideas together because you thought you were cute? Somebody thought somebody was cute? Or were you putting ideas together? But I need to know.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you from my point of view of how this started. So we met up again at Emiya, and Mitzi was a little more not clingy, but
because
wanted to talk more.
Yeah.
And me, I'm just oh, hey girl, what's up? And then when we did the Dudley Williams performance, we realized that we were both from New York. I didn't know she was from here.
Oh, okay.
So then I was like, oh, cool, we're both from here. Like, let's hang out. Let's be friends.
Yeah.
And so then she proposed the park lunch / dinner /
date.
Yeah. But in my head, I'm just like, oh, she's cool. Like, we're friends. Like, and I had just gotten out of a relationship, so I was not trying to.
You wasn't even thinking about it.
No.
So to all the listeners out there, I just want to preface: if you have not heard the episode with Dubois and Camry, Mitsuko is also a Capricorn. And I don't know if you're a Capricorn out there listening, but I don't want you to think that I think low. I actually think very highly of Capricorns, and you and myself being one, really. But Mitsuko, from your perspective, I preface that because I feel like I know what's coming, but I'm gonna just entertain it to see if I'm right. So, what was it? Did you want to share ideas because you thought Anya was cute, or did you want to share ideas because you thought there was some collaborative juices that just needed to flow? Like, give me the 411 on the 211.
I don't know this answer.
I would say a little bit of both.
Okay.
Because in Earl Mosley's intensive, we were actually also chosen to be in the same work, performing together.
Mm-hmm.
And Anya had a very leadership attitude in that rehearsal setting.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, like
she was stepping up. You wanted to be led?
Yeah.
You wanted to be led? I gotta go for it, guys. But I'm not playing. But if you didn't want to be led, you could totally answer no. It's fine.
But, by the Dudley Williams performance, I was like, oh, she's cute.
I see. So we
a little bit.
So we had seen what we had wanted. We observed, weighed our pros and our cons. Because Capricorns are I'd like to think we're thorough. We don't go for things haphazardly or unknowingly. Right, because we have to be smart about our investments. This is investments, really, when you think about it. Okay, great. Now that I feel secure in this getting together thing, okay, so you get together, it's no. Let's not even skip for just a second. So you had the date. Then what happened?
I'm still not thinking it's a date, by the way.
Yes, Anya's just eating a sandwich.
Yeah.
Enjoying the humid New York air.
Yeah. By the end of the date, I was like, oh, this is a date.
I see that this is a date.
And then I started to make the initiation of like, oh, she's actually pretty cool. Like, then the second date was my initiation.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sort of the then collaborating and starting the Michi of the Yaya, we didn't know what that was yet, was all happening sort of at the same time. So we went into the studio together and started just playing around. We were going on these random dates.
Yeah. And actually after the first studio session together, that's when we were like, oh, we should get other bodies in the space with us. Because I personally like my movement on other bodies. So we held an audition, and that's when we started to get more bodies. And then through that process, our relationship started to grow more.
Was there something that happened in that first session that made you think like we can build something? Or what was that? What, as outside of you wanting to see other movement, your movement on other people's bodies, what was that moment of damn, we can grow?
For me, it was being able to riff off of one another so easily and not having any type of hostility or confusion. It wasn't confusing. It just came naturally.
Yeah.
And it also helped that Mitzi kind of already had solid ideas that she wanted to play with, and I was just creating movement around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it worked from that session because we had very different ways of making, so my ideas were totally different from hers. So I knew, okay, if we collaborate, it's going to be something,
Yeah, complementary rather than fighting for which idea is going to win.
Exactly.
That's amazing. And so please tell everybody the story of how we got the Michi of the Yaya. I already know the story. Yes, this is important. tell us all.
You got this.
The name?
Yes.
So I really am not into like word names for companies.
What would be an example of a word name for a company?
Like Ronis Dance Company. I don't know. Just made that up. So I was like, not a word. I felt because it was two people, it shouldn't be like, you know, whoever last name dance company, you know?
Yeah.
So a nickname.
Well, you should go back on like how it started. So after
Because of the audition, I think.
Yeah. So after that studio session, we
Yeah.
had to put up our information on Dance NYC.
Right.
We figured that people are more willing to apply to things when they know that it's legit. So
right.
we just really came up with a name like fast. So Mitzi,
My nickname that my
Yeah.
grandma calls me is Michang, and if you break up Michang, also Mitsuko, people say Michi.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, let's do Michi, and then but we wanted a nickname for Anya, and Anya.
and my name is short, so it's hard to
Yeah.
give
Yes,
a nickname.
yes,
you know?
yes.
So
So we said, yeah, and then we just put it together.
it's like
Michiyaya.
Michiyaya. It was like, okay, it rolls off the tongue.
It definitely
You know?
does.
Yeah.
And I also think when I don't know, I have theories, guys, about Michiyaya. Just because, let me give a little bit of background story. So everybody knows I work at Gibney, and Gibney has performances galore. At least, you know, there's some nights, there's like 3 performances. And those people, if you're out there and you come to the desk and you're like, I'm here for a performance, and we're like, which one? Those are the nights that like really drive me nuts. But the night that really reigns, like always will be a memory in my head, is the night that you guys had, what was it, your benefit?
It was a Gibney's pop performance
Yeah.
thing in one of their studios.
Yeah.
Yes. And Michiyaya. So everybody has a look. I don't care if you don't like your look or you do like your look. Everybody has a look. But and if you work at Gibney, you know what kind of people Gibney attracts. I know it's only going to be so many people of color. No, this is not a dig on Gibney. It's just the people that they attract. I know it's only going to be a certain type of shoe that I'm going to see, a certain type of pant. I know Gibney folk, when I see them down the street, I can spot them from a mile away. Michiyaya folk is a whole nother breed. They wear things like their fingernails. I can literally look and be like, And so when they had their event, it was just like Michiyaya was down one hall and the other performance was the other hall. And I'm literally like, what's the guys who do director planes? Oh no, you're going that way. Oh no, you're going that way. Oh no, you're going that way. Guys, I literally messed up one time. So I say that to say, you guys, though maybe like really easily it sounds, you guys have like, I feel like you guys have built a culture around what you believe in, and like also how you look.
Yeah.
And your followers have ascribed in such a way that's just like, yeah, we're here for it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think that is, I mean, do you think that that's powerful? Did you expect
you
that?
saying it, you telling us about it. Yeah, I feel like I don't see it. Like, I don't like, you know, I don't know. I just feel like this is just how I dress, or this is just like, you know, what I have on my finger. I don't know. It's hard to see it when you're in it, but you saying it makes a lot of sense, because I guess we can be a cult.
Yeah, I mean, a good one. I mean,
Yeah, a good one.
fly clothes, fly hair, bright colors, definitely bold fashion choices. I'm just here for, like, it's so exciting. On an 8 o'clock at Gibney on a Friday night, ain't nothing too riveting besides them kids. Then you got people walking around like bright, like, what's like royal blue suits, decolletage to the max. I see cleavage over here, cleavage over there, big butts over here. I'm like, yes, who are you people? I want to be a yaya too.
That's beautiful to hear, because also I feel, you know, part of our mission is like body positivity and being an individual, like really being who you are. So that's nice.
Yes,
to
but
hear that it resonates.
I'm curious then about how you guys have been able to cultivate this mission between yourselves. Not only do you look always great, but you do attract a community that is hella diverse in the way that it looks, both fashion, but also just like in gender presentation, tone, just all the things. I feel like if every dance community has a vibe, Michiyaya, I would say, is like the one that the vibe is that come as you are. How have you guys been able to cultivate that in a partnership and then bring that to all of these followers and your dancers?
I think it's that in the art practice and in our home life is accepting, okay, this is how not that we can't change and can't grow and evolve, but like this is how Anya is, this is how Mitsuko is, and we're respecting that and trying to work with that and not
trying to change each other.
Yeah. I think it has to be like the changing is the growth together, but not like with me it's like I'm a little bit messy. I don't like to do the Marie Kondo folding. No thanks. Just put it away.
And I'm the complete opposite. I'm like, so this chair was designated for clothes to just throw on. Okay, I'm gonna move the chair. Oh, so now you're gonna put the tile on the AC? So now we're just changing locations. You're not even gonna put it away. Okay.
How do you negotiate that space? Because it is I guess I want to be really clear that when I went for this when I made the goal of having a couples episode, it wasn't obviously it's to come through with all the mush. I hope you've enjoyed it, guys. But it's also to be really frank about the reality of working so close to someone that you are intimate with. Mm-hmm. So how do you negotiate both spaces given that you are so different and you're looking to compromise, you're not looking to change?
Yeah. I think what helps with us is that we talk about everything. We don't wait, or I should say we allow the other person to be who they are for a time.
Yeah.
And then we address the things that we feel can be addressed and then see how the other person can take it and how they can sort of conform and make it a happy home.
Yeah.
So like, for instance, with the cleaning, I know she's messy. I'm not messy. But if I see that, okay, sometimes she actually puts effort into like putting things away. If I see the next time she doesn't put something away, I'm not going to say anything, you know?
Yeah.
But when it becomes excessive, that's when we have to talk about it.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So it's just understanding that those boundaries and understanding that the other person just needs some clarity.
Yes. Yes, I too.
Yeah.
Need clarity. I want to be the first to confess that I leave drawers open. And that's really the tip of the iceberg. Emily once said to me that, like, I know Katie's home because I can just look around and I can see where she's gone because she literally leaves a trail. It's not of things. Thank you very much. But, like, I leave the refrigerator open. First of all, I just want to be really clear. Both of these people just literally looked at me and their faces just dropped. It is a method to my madness. Sometimes, if I'm putting a lot of groceries away, I don't see the point in closing the refrigerator every time. It could take me 5 minutes between having to put the things away, but I just figure leave it open. It's going to be fine. Sometimes I put like chips in the freezer because I'm thinking so much. I be dreaming about these, like, I be talking about interviews. Y'all have a really great internal dialogue. So sometimes, like, stuff that's supposed to be on the pantry side ends up in the freezer. And then, like, chairs don't get pushed in. And then the doors stay open. And then the drawer is open. But I make the bed. So I just need some clarity, really, because I sometimes don't remember that I do these things. And then Emily comes home and is like, did you see it? And I'm like, oh, I did that? I did that? Are you sure? And then it doesn't make any sense to ask if I'm sure, because she literally has a completely different temperament, so I know she didn't do it. It's going to be okay, but I say that to say I need clarity too. I don't think clarity is wrong to ask for.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's super admirable that you guys have been able to you've been able to figure out which way to negotiate in that particular space. Is it more difficult when you are creatively working versus like intimately working, like cleaning?
No, creatively is way easier for me, at least. I think also because when we started the company, we established our roles. So there's no muddiness or no like shady area. Mitzi is visual and conceptual side, and I'm solely choreography. Along with, obviously we both riff off, and like if she gives me something choreography, I give her something visually. Yeah. But when it comes to decision making, for the majority of it, it's like this. I do this, you do this.
Yeah. Almost like a checks and balances system.
Yeah. Which I think helps with the personal life.
Yeah.
Because I think if both were super muddy, then it would be a complete headache.
Well, because it would be difficult to figure out whose job is whose.
Yeah.
Not to say that every couple has a job, every person in the couple has a job, but I do think everybody should play to their strengths.
Oh, of course, yeah.
It's probably not going to be the best if Emily was like, what is something like if Emily was like cook every night. No, it's not gonna happen. I can cook and I do cook, but there are just certain strengths that or better yet, keep all doors closed all the time. Or put things exactly how you found them. Y'all, she told me that one time. I'm still struggling. Don't give me tasks that really take a lot of brain power. Yeah. I use a lot of brain power for other things. And I bring that up because I think it's good in terms of roles and jobs. I think it's good for everybody to play to their strengths. If I'm not good at closing doors, don't give me that job. Just tell me to put things close to how I found them. Not exactly.
Can I talk?
Yes.
Talk for Emily? Okay. Because Mitzi's the same way. So like scatterbrain. Like
we just have a lot on our minds.
Oh my gosh. Like the one thing that really gets me is putting clothes back on a hanger and like putting it back properly.
Oh,
like so that
shit.
when you get stuff out, it's not five hangers that come out at the same time, right?
Or 5 things of clothing on one hanger.
Right. But when Mitzi actually puts her mind to doing something of putting things back where they got them, or closing the doors, or along those lines, then you realize that her thought process in the creative process is very clear, and it's easier for her. It's easier for her to like relax at night because things are where they should be, and that's why I love Maria. What's her name? Marie Kondo's.
Maria, if you're out there and you're listening to this podcast.
Because it's the truth. It's the truth. You put all the energy into just setting your house where it needs to be, then everything else outside is great. And your mind can like chill.
She did.
What's that saying?
Well, go ahead.
The way you do one thing is the way you do everything.
Oh, damn.
Like, shit. Yeah.
I was really thinking shit. Well, because, Emily also was like, what did she say? She was like, you're not present. You're not. Because if you were, you would remember that the door was closed. And I was like, I am present. I'm presently thinking about something else. So I ain't got time for this damn door to be closed. She had a good point.
The other thing is like on top of the dating, on top of the art making, because we just started out, Michiyaya is only 3 years old. We're still also the administrators and so it's doing all the like behind the scenes work too. So it's just like another layer of work and like tasks and managing. So I think I'm also scatterbrained sometimes because I'm like, we've got to do this and send this grant and answer back this email.
And I definitely think our brains are great at remembering things. It's just not doors.
Deciphering.
Oh, great.
Like, It's great.
I think we're quite decisive. We don't have time to go back and forth. We just pick a thing.
Yes.
It's just that thing
But
is
it's like,
just usually not the hanger on the jean.
Yes.
I'm wearing Emily's denim jacket today. When I say she just yelled at me, she didn't yell, but she politely asked me to put it on the hanger correctly like 2 nights ago. Let us all hope that I put it on the right hanger the right way this time, because she really don't like it. She goes for the jacket and like 5 other items of clothing come with it, and she's like, babe, what are you doing?
You see? And I've also learned that I just have to be nice when I ask you to do these things.
Oh yes, please be nice, because I don't want you to. I don't want you to think that at least this is my person. And yeah, what do you think? I don't want her to think that it's like out of rudeness. I literally just sometimes I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like when it's not asked nicely, then I just get annoyed and I don't want to do it, you know?
Or better yet, I'm going to forget even more. I got selective memory now. I'm going to select not to remember that.
Yeah.
You got attitude? That's fine. You can put it away. I don't even want to touch it. I don't even want to look at it no more. It's fine. I don't want to, nope. But that... I think this is the first episode that's talked a little bit more candidly about differences.
Yeah.
But you also have have there, and let me get my thoughts together. Have there been moments creatively where you weren't on the same page? Or have there been moments intimately where you weren't on the same page and it affected the creative? And if so, how did you guys negotiate that space?
I think when that comes up, it's usually one of us just being quiet and sort of waiting. Sometimes I can jump too quick to tell Anya, no, I don't like that idea, sort of creatively. But I think when I just wait and sort of see where she's going with this movement or with this idea, then it works out and I know where to like add in my sauce or whatever.
Yeah. I would guess the only thing really is just patience between ideas and like letting things or trying things out before saying no. But we never really had anything creatively that we never agreed on. And if we did, it was just nipped in the butt really quickly. And yeah. I think that's also one of our strengths as a couple creatively. We can just like, oh, okay, that idea is not going to work. Okay, next.
I wonder too if that's a Capricorn thing. I know I'm equating all things to Capricornness.
I know it's an Aquarius thing for sure.
Well, no, I'm talking about the not listening thing.
Oh.
I too am quick to be
stubborn.
like, that ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
And it's not and I don't give it no kind of chance. Shout out to Elise. I know Elise listens to this. Elise probably listens to this podcast. Elise works also at Gibney. Elise said something in the meeting yesterday. I was like, we ain't doing that. And she going on and on about, and I don't know if that makes me think I'm a bad employee. I don't know if that makes me look like I'm a bad employee, but it just wasn't going to work. Y'all, it wasn't going to work. And Elise is giving all kinds of ideas and things. And I'm like, we ain't doing that. Everybody else chiming in like, well, it could be. And I'm like, we're not. I think that's what she means by just like, listen.
Yeah.
We ain't doing it. I hear you. And I'm listening in this moment. And I could be better.
Yeah.
Just not by that.
And I think intimately it's about the clarity of what you were saying before, of like, as long as we're clear and we communicate, then we won't get in like weird situations.
Yes. And I do, like I keep referring to Camry and Dubois too. Dubois' strength needed to grow to be listening more. Because I think, I've said this before, in all of the episodes you can see who's who. Like you can listen to an episode and be like, oh no, I'm that person. Sometimes there's a little bit of gray area, like, oh, I have some of that and I have some of this. But usually, 9 times out of 10, there's always a one and there's always the other. And you just kind of figure out who you are. And I think what's super great that maybe I didn't expect with the interviews is that I think all of the couples have found a way to figure out who's who and how to work with each other versus work in opposition. And I think that that's super important, because my next question would be how have you seen yourself grow from this partnership, both creatively but also just like personally, intimately, etc.
I'm new to the love language philosophy, but definitely learning that people don't have the same love languages. And
let's explain
well,
what love
that's
language
what I'm saying.
is.
I'm new to this.
So a love language, for those of you who don't know, and also if you want to chime in, people over there, people listening, but also you too. A love language is essentially how you show love and also how you receive love. Somebody out there whose name I forgot wrote a book about it, and it's supposed to increase intimacy because it's allowing you to pinpoint once again how you show love and how you receive love, and hopefully if you can communicate it healthily, your partner can then show you and receive love that works for you too. And so it just makes everything a little bit just easier.
Right.
So I have learned that Anya's love language is not mine and mine isn't hers. And I think in the beginning of our relationship, I was doing things that I thought I would like.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, oh, yeah, whatever. And I'd be like, what? In my head, like, you don't like
dare
this?
you?
Yeah, how dare you?
I had thought about this. You need to like it more.
Yes.
What are you doing?
But I've learned that it's just a matter of me listening, getting to know what actually Anya likes and like what her love language is. Then I can give her proper gifts or whatever, you know.
Right.
Love.
Right.
Yeah, and for me, this relationship has helped me get my shit together.
Really? In what ways?
My God. I was the ultimate procrastinator before meeting Mitzi, to the point where I would barely get things done.
Damn.
But now, seeing how like so attentive she is to detail and attentive to like getting things done on time,
Yeah.
I feel like I have to be that way too. And I've also just realized it's easier to do that, especially in a creative process, if you have a plan of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Then you get things out faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. So being with Mitzi is like, hello, are you there? For you out there, just knocked on my forehead. Hello, wake up.
Phoning in.
Right.
Are you on line 1 or on 2 today? Let me know. I'm available whenever, but just phoning in. But that's beautiful. And then so how has learning this love language and getting your shit together maybe grown you as a person individually? Like, do you feel more confident? Do you feel more capable? I guess I feel like we've all heard a lot of narratives as how relationships are draining and a bit more isolating, maybe. But it doesn't sound that way, or it doesn't sound like that's the complete story. So for you guys, what have learning those things allowed you to be able to do, maybe personally or together?
I think it's allowed us to have more time together in terms of like having fun. I think it's also hard when you work with your partner, finding time for just you. Like, don't talk about Michiyaya, don't talk about whatever.
Right.
So I think learning like the love languages and what did you say? Just
Getting my shit together.
Getting your shit together. I think it sort of circles back to then having the fun times of like, let's go on this weekend trip.
Yeah. So we have a rule every 3 months. We gotta go.
Really?
Every 3 months.
That's
we gotta
amazing.
go. And
Emily,
even
do
if
you
it's
hear
not
that,
far.
babe?
Yeah.
Are you out there listening?
Even if it's a staycation.
Yeah.
But just like a day or 2 days or a weekend.
Weekend is mainly what we go for. So like something not too far to where we can drive or take a bus or whatever, get an Airbnb, and chill out, just the two of us, because
Yeah.
that's another thing too. We have so many people in our lives
Yeah.
that are in our lives daily that
Yeah.
we don't always get to actually be together.
Yeah.
Even if we're in the same apartment, sometimes we're not together. Like, she'll be working on something and
Yeah.
I'll be like in the room watching anime. So it's like there's a lot of dividing factors. So yeah, getting that time to kind of reset ourselves
Yeah.
and then come back is nice and get some fresh air.
Yeah. 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 That's amazing.
Yeah.
Also, babe, if you're there, did you hear that? Every 3 months, like, isn't that crazy? We'll talk about it when we get home. So before we get out of here, this is so. Yeah, Anya and Mitzi are. Can I call you Michi? Can we make that? Can I really?
She's been calling me Mitzi this whole time. That's totally cool.
But I like I like Michi. Can I call
Michi?
you that?
Yeah.
Is our relationship there yet?
Yeah.
Okay, I really like that name. Also, Emily, like, babe, don't you think that's such a cute baby name? Like, Michi? Isn't that so cute? So, yes, side note, like, me and Emily have this thing where we hear cool names, and then we talk about them as potential baby names. It's a thing. So glad our relationship has moved to that level.
Yes.
But you guys are not the first queer identifying couple, I think, but you are the first and only biracial couple that I've interviewed thus far. If you are comfortable,
Sure.
how does that, or does, whatever word is best, does that affect your relationship at all?
Not to the degree of what it would sound like. I think that Mitz is really aware and good at, like, catching herself with things. And I think it also helps that she has all these friends who are super different and cultured and you know, eclectic. So that helps. But there are times where I'm like, Mitz, nah, it's a black thing. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you can't.
But also, you are biracial also.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, yes, I just wanted to clarify that too, because that also plays a part too.
But a lot white. And I definitely have the white privilege, so I need to just not speak sometimes.
But I don't want you not to speak.
Of course not. And also, like, I asked Emily to watch Love Jones and Brown Sugar and all of those movies that I really feel like only black people have seen.
Oh, yeah.
Because those, in some ways, that's where I get my sense of humor from.
Mm-hmm.
That's also where I get my, like, stories about love. Or I did not watch, oh my gosh, super side note, but, like, I went to visit my in-laws who are Canadian and white. I love you guys. Hey, if you listen to the podcast. But we had this huge conversation on Miracle on 34th Street. Guys, I know a lot of y'all who listen to this. Y'all done seen this movie. I ain't seen that damn movie. Ain't no black people in that movie. And it was so difficult to communicate that in such a way that wasn't like, there ain't no black people in
No, I mean, we started just to, like, I like sometimes watch things that I don't have to think about.
Yeah.
Like, we started watching Friends, and I sort of low key hate it because
there's no black people. There's no black
and
people.
they're very white and they're very privileged, and it's like it's annoying.
But for me, it's like, I love Friends because I can laugh at these white people.
Yo, let me be the first to say, we used to live in Fort Worth, Texas. Shout out if I got any listeners in Fort Worth, because that's where my mom's side of the family was. I remember those opening credits and them doing them moves where they shaking them shoulders. And I have the temperament of Phoebe in some ways, like. My common sense is just always a little bit slower than you think. And if you meet me, it makes sense because I think I'm very smart. It's just like basic stuff like look both ways before you cross the street. I get it in theory. I don't practice it. Yeah. I think Phoebe is mad funny. And then what's
Chandler?
No, what's the song she plays about the kitty?
Smelly cat, smelly cat.
Yo,
she's the funniest.
Yo, I die. But I really didn't even think about Friends as being a white TV show until recently. And y'all, I'm like,
it's just terrible.
I'm
when
really,
I really
really
think
black.
About it.
I'm really, really black. Like, I swear to you, my mama, my daddy, all the things. And I still think Smelly Cat is probably one of the funniest things.
She has so many good songs.
And let me really be really, really clear. Golden Girls
Oh,
is,
I never watched that.
and you white. And let me tell you, that show is based in Florida with all the white people.
Mm-hmm.
The only black girl that comes on the show, I think, is like later on in the season when Dorothy's, remember her son gets married, and then they got the black family because the girl is black.
Oh, yeah.
If you ain't seen the show, y'all, Golden Girls has some of the best writing, period. Because I think this is before cussing was allowed on TV. This is before mama jokes. Or at least they're white people and they're not going to go for no mama jokes. Blanche is a slut. I think there are 50 ways to say slut by the time you watch the first episode. It's just grade A humor. Yeah. So I say all that to say I don't think classics have to be so I love like Jamie Foxx, but Golden Girls is my shit. Yeah. That and Everybody Loves Raymond. Yeah. And ain't not a one black person on Everybody Loves Raymond. I've never seen a black person. Not a one. That humor though. and I also bring that up because I think because I feel like we all travel in similar circles. Mm-hmm. I don't see a lot of interracial couples. Mm-hmm. But
I've been seeing a lot of Asian and black.
Yeah.
That's been like what
I have seen a lot of that.
Same
where
sex,
we are.
Different sex, like
yes, we've seen it. Yes.
Everywhere. Which is great.
Yes.
And I think for me, it's just been cool because Anya's family is from Trinidad and Tobago. And I knew nothing about Trinidad and Tobago till I met Anya.
Yeah.
So it's just fun to learn. I feel like sometimes people say like, oh, when you're not dating, or like when you date different people, maybe that's like an inner, like you don't want to date your.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I also then though feel like, I think for us, it's just like we both sort of just wanted to learn from each other.
I'm going to be real honest. Emily was really, really attractive. I did not really, I'm going to be so honest. I didn't even think I knew she was Canadian. To be really, really honest, I thought Emily couldn't clap one beat. Because if you ain't never seen her, y'all, and I know you've seen her because I put her on my social media, but like if you see her, y'all, she pasty as hell. How the hell am I supposed to know she can clap on beating to a two-step? I mean,
same.
See what I mean? And people be like, so for me at least, it was not about she was really, really, really cute. She had on these Air Maxes. I love Air Maxes. She had on this cute denim thing. I love cute denim things. It was like totally not about the learning.
Yeah.
At all.
And it's funny too because people are like, oh, I can tell why you like her because she can do a two-step, but it's not. It has nothing to. Honestly, what really attracted me to Mitzi was her family.
Really?
Her parents and grandma and brother are the best. Like if we were together, I'd probably be with her.
Damn.
She would just go over and visit.
Literally, I would.
At least she's honest. I admire the honesty.
Yeah.
And I think I also bring that up because I remember a good friend of mine was like, it takes a certain amount of labor to date someone that is not of the other ethnicity or of the same ethnicity as you. And I just remember me and Emily were together when a good friend of ours made this comment, and we was like, do you feel like you're going through some kind of labor? No. Do you feel like you're going through a lot of labor? No. I will say, though, which we will talk about in another episode, meeting her family and spending the holidays with them outside of New York was a testament because we had to talk about fucking Miracle on 34th Street. And I was like, how do I tell you that there are no black people in this movie? Yeah. So I probably haven't seen it. But that's to be really honest, that wasn't our relationship. That was how we maybe merged families a bit. Right. But I think that's important because I wonder if some people don't even like, they see somebody cute and they don't even want to try to like spit game or whatever because they think like, oh, there's not enough in common. And I think though my complexion and my hair texture is a big part of me, I still watch the Golden Girls. Yeah. And so there are other ways to access me that aren't maybe what meets the eye. Yeah. And I think it is the same for you guys too.
Yeah, for sure.
I think also growing up in New York too, like I know New York still has work to do, but
you guys are by far the most diverse population I've ever been around.
Yeah. New York, I think it's a blessing that it's pretty normal to see biracial.
Yes, much
dating.
More so than in Texas. Much more so.
Yeah.
And like schools are, I mean, depending where you go to school, they're pretty diverse. And
for sure. And I think it's also funny because, you know, people, because I'm Black, you know, everybody is like, oh my God, you were emo when you were in middle school?
Right. Yes,
I'm like,
I remember
yeah,
this.
That's not only a white thing.
Yes.
You know, I listen to all them Paramore, Panic at the Disco.
Oh, I remember.
Like,
Panic at the Disco.
Oh, yeah.
Side note, it wasn't because I was emo. I just really liked MTV Wake Up. Do you guys remember
Yes.
that? And I had to wait on all the white songs until I got that one Black song. But I had to learn the white songs. Otherwise, I was going to be sitting up there looking sad face for the rest of the damn morning.
One time, Anya, this was like when we first started dating, I'll never forget. She was like, Mitzi, you know, you never play me your white music. Because generally, I just like, I mean, I have the white music that I like, but like, I also just like, I just like music with soul. And I feel like
I was
that
like, put it on.
And I put it on, and it's the National, and I really love the National, but she was
And
like,
I was
no,
like,
this
nah.
doesn't cut it.
It wasn't that white
She was like, they're soulful. I was like, so where?
Thank
No.
you.
It takes a certain
I'm
type
sorry.
of person, I think. To
Sorry,
like the
National fans.
but-
I'm so sorry, but
But
no.
it was funny because she cut it off. She didn't give them like 30 seconds. She
Like
just-
Paramore,
She
she got
just-
soul.
I can't get with that music.
What?
Shh.
See? Can't get with
What? Are you for real?
It's like
Haley has a powerhouse.
Listen, her voice is insane.
Girl, when she said you are the only exception, I thought she was talking about me. What? Girl, Haley, if you ever see me, girl, I'm here for it. Crazy Girl.
You got me through, girl.
Have you heard the song Crazy Girl?
No.
When she talking about I'm standing at your doorstep, I think she's talking about being in his closet. I want to be that crazy girl. I probably have been in another life. But yes. Also, side note, you didn't listen to the music?
I listened to it. I listened to one song. I'm sorry.
You're trifling.
I
Oh, you're trifling. Oh, you're
it
trifling.
wasn't long enough.
I mean, okay, I listened to something else, but that was all I needed. I was like, okay, that's why you don't play it. I get it. Okay.
Babe, did you hear that? I just want to say Emily has played lots of music that I cannot really identify with, but I listened to the whole thing. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Heather and Vicky. Heather and Vicky are two of her friends from like childhood. They grew up together. Hey, Sheila. Sheila used to work with Jane. Jane is Emily's mama. We went to this wedding this past summer. Girl, I didn't know none of them songs. But did you know I learned a chorus? And I was just singing my little heart out with them. They wasn't crazy. But with them white people. Also, shout out to my alma mater, A&M. Thanks and gig 'em. Y'all, we went to the club. And if you can see my face right now, you already know how I feel. I hated going to the club because I already knew they was going to come up there. Okay, let me preface. I grew up in the day of like She Got a Dome.
Yes.
And like Black Biggie, Biggie, Black Biggie, Biggie. So I wasn't really cultured. I just wanted to clarify that the only things that I knew how to do at the club was shake my ass fast or shake my ass slow.
Or grind on somebody.
That's what I said, slow.
Mm-hmm.
But it was really all about the ass. No shoulders, no hands, no feet.
It had to be dark, too.
Dark, maybe with some like blue, red light. You can't see nothing but like really ice white tennis shoes because that's all the people wore. So just this, I'm trying to paint you the picture.
Yes.
So we go to the club, and y'all, I'm like feeling hella good. I'm warming between my face, my ears is, I'm good. All I hear is, oh, we're halfway there. I see these
God.
white people.
Terrible.
They are belting. They feel like they about to come out their clothes. I mean, they is living. The song is living on a prayer. And a prayer is what I needed because I didn't know the song. All these white people is having that intimate white people moment. And I'm like, here go these white people. They always acting white. I don't know none of these damn songs. And it's not going to get any better for me. So I just want to say that, like, if I don't learn this chorus, I'm going to be sitting around. It's going to be like back when I was in the 7th grade.
Right.
What was that song? She takes off her dress now. Dun, 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 dun. Evil. I miss the bright side. That's what it is.
I don't even know that song.
I hated that damn song. And that video was hella awkward. But if I don't know these damn songs, girl, I'm gonna be sitting up there looking like I'm crazy.
But I would have left.
See what I mean? And I'm trying to have me a good time. I'm gonna be with the white people for just about 5 more minutes. And that limits my experience.
Yeah.
I work at Gibney. Yeah, they don't know how to twerk. But yeah, they know how to like let me DJ. But if I don't learn them songs, girl, I ain't gonna go nowhere but with black people. I gotta be looking for black people half the time. I be like, where they at? Where they? And then we ain't young no more. I don't know if I don't know these new songs.
Oh my
I can't do the shoot. I'm not about to do no damn backpack dance. Where do I belong, girl? We'll Google it. But where do we belong?
I don't know. No, I don't know. I have to say, besides the national, her family listens to a lot of different music.
Ooh, do y'all be playing like Gap Band and things? Or?
Like her dad loves Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, I see.
My mom loves Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we can get some grapevine things going on. Okay.
Love Prince forever. Prince is like the god.
I see. Okay, so you got it on the end.
Yeah, it's just a national. That's the only one.
Babe loves Prince George. If Prince George ever see, they have the song called The Light. I think it's called The Lights. They have really great art. What is it? Prince George and Sylvan S.O. Coffee. It's some stuff in her catalog. She also is like a huge like Shoot Salt and Pepper fan.
Okay.
And she went to a Mary J. Blige concert.
I love Mary J. Blige.
So we can
She's a Capricorn too.
Come on, Emily.
Because is she not magical? Y'all, Capricorns, we will do a whole I promise you, I'm gonna get all my friends together who are Capricorns and we're gonna have a whole powwow and we're just gonna stir up all of our Capricorn juices because we're magical. But we say all that, I guess I say all that to say that like they're obviously, my blackness is as vibrant and multifaceted as all the other things. And I think you guys' relationship and also Emily and I's relationship is a testament to that.
Yeah.
And also just like hashtag representation matters. It is really hard to see couples that don't look like you. And so when you finally get one, I'm like, oh, they look like us.
It's like, do you go through the same thing?
Do you do things? Do you leave the drawers open? I do too. Does she be polite? Oh, mine does too. It all works out. Okay, so before we get up out of here, you got to give me some plugs. Where can we find you? Where will we see you next?
Okay. So you can find us on Facebook. I think Twitter still. Instagram at MICHIYAYADANCE for all platforms. Our website, www.michiyayadance.org. You can, what else?
Please come see our show at the 14th Street Y, April 25th through the 28th. You can get your tickets now.
April 25th through the 28th. Got it.
You can get your tickets on our website.
Yes.
Yeah. We love to
If
stay
you
in
would
touch.
like to help support, let me say that again. If you would like to help support,
yes,
MICHIYAYADANCE.
Where do we go to give you support?
You go to www.michiyayadance.org/support.
Oh my.
Simple.
And we want the stuff that folds, not the stuff that jingles.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes, we do. All right, guys. Oh my gosh. Before we get up out of here, let me give a huge shout out to Mike Brunn and Kuhu Verma. That is the composer and vocalist for my opening theme song. I know you love it and they did a great job. So thanks, Mike. Always remember that if you want to be a part of the conversation, you can email me at katiesmiles.nyc. That's Katie because it's my name. Smiles because what is it? It's cute. .nyc because that's where we at. Always make it live, make it breathe. But guys, you always gotta make it. Bye.
Bye, thank you.
Guys, you're the bomb. You are so good.